Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the September 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Taurus. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. I apologize in advance, I'm feeling a little under the weather, so hopefully you can still hear me okay through my kind of crummy, not feeling so good voice. But let's go ahead and get into it. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close the last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a general look at what's coming for September. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and in the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you. But again, column number 1, what's wrapping up and coming to a close here, Taurus. We have the card, I Am a Warrior. This is one of these interesting ones that I kind of have a love-hate relationship with. I think it's really wonderful that we care about stuff enough to fight for it. But on the other hand, I just wish life was easier and we didn't have to fight for things. But nonetheless, I feel like you did a really good job of pushing for the things that were important for you, getting them done, being successful, so that is wonderful to see. Let's see what other messages we've got coming through here, Taurus, but no doubt about the effort that you've put in these last few weeks. Taking a look at our first card here, we have the 3 of Cups. The 3 of Cups has a couple different meanings, and I actually think multiple meanings will be applicable. So one of the things with the 3 of Cups is card of circle of support. So people really stepping in and helping you fight this fight. So that's wonderful to see. The 3 of Cups is also a card of celebration. So I think you are successful in whatever this is that you are pushing for and working so hard on there, Taurus. The next card that we have is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is typically a love card. This is like knight in shining armor, prince or princess charming, very romantic, very proposal-like. So really strong love card. This could be about the opportunity though, and fighting for the opportunity. So fighting for this relationship or fighting for this opportunity, but it is like the ideal. It's the perfect, so I love to see that. At the bottom here, we have the 4 of Cups. I feel like there could have been some discouragement along the way. Maybe a little bit of apathy here and there. And then when we did actually break through and get this success, get this win, it almost kind of felt like a surprise. But nonetheless, I really think you did persevere here, Taurus, which is wonderful to see. Let's go ahead and take a look at our clarifiers now. Some more love cards coming in, so very well this could have been a love situation for some of you. But we have the Lovers card here, which is a card of love, partnership, strength together. This could also be a decision though, so decisions to reach out for that support. You, interestingly enough, may have even decided like when to celebrate. You kind of had to process that success a little bit further, Taurus. The next card that we have is the Page of Cups. Again, another love card, so definitely some love, relationship movement for some of you. But this is being studious, this is being hardworking, so again, no doubt the hard work that went into this for you, Taurus. And at the bottom here, we have the Ace of Swords. Anytime I have an ace card, it's a card of newness. With the case of Ace of Swords, this is getting clarity. Again, it's like it came as a surprise almost when we realized that this was successful, that you had pushed through and got it done. But anyways, props to your perseverance here. I'm glad you did, Taurus. It seems like it really paid off. The next card that we have here is I Am Bonded. So this is our summary affirmation card for column number 2, which is just a general look at September. So interestingly enough, this is like also relationship. Have a lot of relationship cards so far, but this is a very important and meaningful bond. So potentially leaning in on a relationship, asking for support, providing support, but really important relationship coming into play as well going into September. But let's see what we're working with here. First things first, we have the 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles is a card of putting in the hard work. I like the Eight of Pentacles though, because Taurus, you also reap the benefits of the hard work. So I think you put in a lot of hard work last month. I think you're going to continue to put in hard work, but we're going to continue to get the wins and the successes. This also shifts to enjoyment, which is a nice thing to see, because with work, we don't always enjoy it. In this case, I feel like we're getting to the point here now, Taurus, where there's some enjoyment coming from this as well, which is wonderful. Next up, we have the Two of Pentacles. I hate to break it to you, Taurus. I think you're going to have a busy month. This is you kind of juggling priorities, juggling the to-do. So expect September to happen pretty quick. Expect there to be a lot of work to be done. My best recommendation is to kind of prioritize, because I don't know that it's physically possible to do everything that you've got going on. So just be aware. It could be a little busy for you. Busy, but prioritize. At the bottom here, we have the Death card. I always like to mention the Death card does not mean death, but it does indicate this transformation, this change, this journey. I feel like you're trucking along, if that's a thing here. Taurus, continuing to push forward. Like I said, I feel like you've put in so much work in the last few weeks and month. We're continuing to put in that hard work. We're continuing on this transformation. This type of significant change and transformation doesn't just happen overnight. Again, it was more on the journey here. Taking a look at our clarifiers, first up we have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords can be a card of self-imposed restrictions, can be a little bit of isolation. It's interesting because I almost feel like you don't see the enjoyment yet, Taurus. What you feel is the tired, the burnout, the having to work so hard. So do be aware of that. But it's interesting, you have the blindfold on here. You can't see it shifting to enjoyment, but it is coming, and it's coming in the month of September. So that's my best advice there, is to continue to keep working hard, continue to put in the effort, know that the Eight of Pentacles is going to deliver. And there is really this shift that leads to joy and success and enjoyment. So hang in there. That's the message. The next card that we have is the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is a card, again, of withdrawing, retreating. It's kind of like an isolation card. It's wanting to give up on this. It's wanting to walk away from it. In reality, the best thing that you can do is prioritize. Make sure you're focusing on the most important things. And you've got to give this transition a little bit more time. Again, these things just don't happen overnight. At the bottom here, we have the Strength card. Most importantly with this card here, this is the Lion, and that kind of courage to keep pushing forward. Not to be a broken record, but this kind of change, this kind of transformation does not just happen overnight. Okay, looking at our next column, we're going to talk about anything related to money. So quick money message here for you. It says your vibrational connection to abundance shifts based on the company you keep. Surround yourself with those that believe in the healing and flow of financial freedom. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money here, Taurus. First up, we have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is a very generous card. It's a card of giving or receiving. Again, I feel like we're doing a lot right now, so you need to be very careful about what you give here. Your plate is pretty full, so please keep that top of mind, Taurus, as you go into September. You don't have a lot of extra to give here, so just be thoughtful and, again, prioritize. The next card that we have is the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords coming up again here. This is interesting because you just can't do it all. I feel like this could be a trap. This could be a downfall for you if you overcommit. So just be aware of that. It's interesting. This doesn't typically happen, but in this case, the Eight of Swords, this is almost like setting boundaries. And I feel like these are a little bit more jagged or sharp than we would like them to be. But it kind of has to be that way, I think, or you'll get in this position where you're giving too much here. So just be aware about overcommitting. You're going to have a busy month, so make sure you don't overcommit. At the bottom here, we have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is things popping up. And in this case, I'm not surprised. I feel like things just keep popping up. That's how we have to make sure we are setting those boundaries, not taking on everything. I know it's kind of a jagged, pokey fence, But if that's what helps keep you focused, helps you not overcommit, we just have to watch out for these things that are popping up here, Taurus. That's the message. Hopefully it makes sense to you. Let's take a look at our clarifiers for this column. First and foremost, we have the Justice card. The Justice card is always a card that's favorable for you. This is especially good for legal matters, contracts, things of the court. So you could be receiving in that sense. So just be aware of that. I feel like, so on top of that, Six of Pentacles, in this case, I feel like you're giving. There could be some receiving from a contract, legal matter, or matter of the court. The next card that we have is the Judgment card. Love the Justice and Judgment card. Both of those are favorable for you cards here, Taurus. The Judgment card is a card of clarity. It's a card of making decisions. I feel like as things come up, we need to assess and decide. Assess and decide, assess and decide. Again, we can't just say yes. We can't just take on everything. So understand the situation and prioritize and decide based on that. Assess and decide. At the bottom here, we have the Sun card. The Sun card is a card of material happiness, joy, success. I like this because even though these things keep popping up, they're not going to derail your success this month, assuming you filter through that very jagged, pokey fence and don't take it all on. So still going to be a successful month for you, even though, again, things just keep popping up, it seems. Okay, now let's talk about our next column, which is anything related to love. So quick love message here. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow and you'll be surprised where it leads. So in this column, this is friends, family, relationship, children, marriage. Let's see what we're working with here though. So first up, we have the Temperance card. I love the Temperance card. You've probably heard me say this before. This is a card of balance, harmony, moderation, self-control, all good things. I feel like some relationships could have been out of whack, a little bit out of balance. Mind you though, you've just been so busy, Taurus, that how could you possibly be doing all things? So there's some balance coming into these relationships, so I love that. The next thing that we have here is the the Seven of Swords. This can be a card of conflict, dishonesty, betrayal. I think there could be a situation this month that we need to be a little bit cautious of. So do be aware of that. We'll see what other information we can get here. I don't know that this will be a major issue or something that you can't overcome, Taurus. Just something to be aware of. We'll look into this conflict. At the bottom here, we have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is a card of wishes coming true. This is getting what we kind of want at the end. So whatever we're expecting from family, love, relationships, again, this is favorable for you. So more good than bad here, Taurus. Some things that we need to look at. But again, balance and harmony coming in, as well as this kind of wish. So whatever you're hoping for in terms of love seems to happen. Potentially, we're hoping to resolve this kind of conflict or this issue that we've seen. Let's clarify, though. Looking at our clarifiers, first up, we have the Seven of Wands. Interestingly enough, this is like about boundaries, having that self-defense, protecting yourself. That needs to continue. That's been kind of the message here, is protecting your time, protecting your resources. Don't let that balance and harmony go away. You've got to protect it there, Taurus. At the bottom here, we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is very intentional. It's very strategic. This is interesting. So I feel like, so this is again theft, betrayal, dishonesty. I hate to say this, but this seems like something that may have been intentional, which I hate because we always like to think that it wasn't intentional. But it does seem like there was maybe something intentional that happened here. But we can overcome with the King of Swords. This is about getting help. This is about working through whatever situation that's happening. So it's something that we can overcome here. Again, just don't let it disturb the balance and the peace that you have there. At the bottom here, we have the Tower card. This is the unwanted change. This is the thing that pops up. I do think that's connected to the Seven of Swords, so just be aware of it. But I do think we can navigate through. Just don't let it disturb the peace. That's my message there for you, Taurus. Let's take a look now at our fifth and final column, which is a message for our future self or spirit guides. We have the card, I will forgive. Pretty fitting, just given what we just talked about. I think we are going to try and resolve something. Potentially some forgiveness will come into play. Perhaps that forgiveness is how you maintain that peace, that balance and harmony as well. But let's see what we've got going on here. So first up we have the Two of Wands. This is a decision that needs to be made. So I think this is the decision around the situation, the decision around the forgiveness. I think this is making the decision to forgive whatever this situation is that we were just referring to. I think this ties back well. We have the Two of Cups next, which is our love card. So again, this is tying back to the relationship situation we were just talking about there and making a decision for forgiveness there. At the bottom, we have the Queen of Swords. Honesty and communication is really important with the Queen of Swords. So if I had to give any advice to navigating this situation or resolving this situation, it's going to start with communication there, Taurus. Taking a look at our clarifiers, first up we have the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is a necessary transition. I don't know that you're going to go without this relationship. So it is something that needs to be resolved, something that has to happen. The next card that we have is the Moon card. We can really trust our gut, trust our intuition to navigate this. It was unexpected, but not, again, something that we can't overcome. I will say there is more information than you're aware of, so sometimes with the Moon card, we don't have the full picture. Perhaps that's why the communication is so important down here at the bottom. We do need to kind of talk it through and better understand. Maybe we're feeling like this was really intentional or malicious when it wasn't. Again, communication is going to be what helps see through that kind of delusion, illusion, deception, unclear picture. And at the bottom here, we have the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is kind of the worry. This is the sad side of things. This is the healing, the repair that needs to happen. But the best way, I think, to do that, again, is going to be through that Queen of Swords communication. At this time, Taurus, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. But question number 1 is the Jack of Spades. This is number 52 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2 is the Four of Spades. This is number 49 card. That's going to be a no. And question number 3 is the Five of Diamonds. This is number 28 card. That's going to be a yes. So yes, no, yes there for you. We also are going to pull a card from our Healing Stones deck. This is a crystal to keep with you through the month of September. You have black tourmaline, which is good for protection, relaxation, just kind of fends off anything negative. And at the bottom here, or excuse me, our last card, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes. This card says, somehow in the midst of struggle, life finds its way to take care of you when you open yourself to receiving healing, and all will be well. Thank you so much, Taurus, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Taurus, and I hope you have a wonderful September.